Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
Then what we're going to do is we're going to start to implement some of the stuff that I've done in previous Pokemon playthroughs and streams. What does that mean? Well, if you remember, in previous Pokemon playthroughs, I would allow viewers to name the Pokemon for a certain level of contribution. I believe it was $20. I think for $20 you can name a Pokemon. You know, that was always fun. But the thing is, you can't really do that until you start the game, you start recruiting the Pokemon, you build your first party, etc. So, it should be fun. It should be a good experience once we get into the game. And to have that level of interactivity, people being able to actually control, like, the Pokemon names, the Pokemon that are in a party on a certain day and stuff like that. Because that was the other thing. People would be able to, like, pick who's in the party. I think it was, like, the top contributor would do that. I'm trying to remember because it's been a while since we played Pokemon, right? Got to try to remember all the things that we used to do that people really liked. So, but it should be fun. But I don't think that we're going to do that now, only because today, this is the premiere stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the starter stream. We're going to pick our starter Pokemon. We're probably going to explore the initial areas, learn the controls, learn the game mechanics, get into the game. We'll see. Now, if we do get far enough in today that we get to that point, then maybe we will do that. Maybe we will implement that. But let's not jump the gun or anything, okay? Someone tipped $20. It says, this is Jason. All right, so let's get Jason in animation. Let's see what Jason has to say. Thank you to Jason for $20 to start off today's stream. Sorry, Gaia 1, you're already unseated as the top tipper. So Jason says, Pokemon hype, please pick Totodile water type as your starter Pokemon. Name it King K. Rool. That's actually not a bad name. If it is a crocodile Pokemon and it's water type, that would be a pretty neat name for the starter Pokemon. Now, here's the thing. I haven't said that anyone can pick a starter Pokemon. I already said I don't want to get into naming the Pokemon as of yet. All right, because I don't know how it's going to go. Here's what I'll say. All right. Let me naturally pick my starter. Let's get into the game normally. I don't even know what the other starter Pokemon are. I want to take a look. However, when I do get a Totodile, since you kind of jumped the gun, all right, I will name it King K. Rool. So once we get a Totodile, whether it's the starter Pokemon or not, I'll name it King K. Rool. All right. So everyone, please remind me of that too, that the Totodile should be called King K. Rool. I think that would be pretty cool, actually. It's a good idea. Trails in the Sky with a $2 super chat. He says, will you let fans name Pokemon again? We just talked about that. Okay. Today we're doing tutorial stuff, starter Pokemon, etc. But yes, probably what we'll do is $20. You'll be able to name a Pokemon and choose if that Pokemon ends up being in the party for that day. Because that's what we used to do, if I remember correctly. For a $20 contribution, you pick a Pokemon that was in my Pokedex, and you can say, hey, put him in the party for today, and here's the name I want, right? But we can't do that yet. You know, you can't do that until you start the game and you start recruiting Pokemon and you have, you know, choices. Then you could do that. So let's see how today goes. But yes, eventually I am going to do that. No, I know people play on Wi-Fi, but it's awful. Like, for example, imagine playing Mario Kart World competitive racing game on Wi-Fi. It already lags on Ethernet. We played it on Ethernet for like a month, and you could see people teleporting and shit. Now imagine playing that on Wi-Fi. How awful that would be. That's what I mean. Like, that's why I have Ethernet. That's why it's bullshit that I've owned this thing for since June. So what? 4 months, and it's already busted. I didn't screw it up. I didn't drop it. It literally has sat right there in its stand in my entertainment system, or entertainment center, I should say, completely free of, you know, any kind of issue that would touch it or interfere with it, and the thing just broke by itself. Nintendo just doesn't manufacture quality shit anymore. I hate to say it. It's just, I'm going to speak from the heart now. Nintendo manufactures junk. When Nintendo used to come out with stuff, it lasted. The original NES and the NES gamepads, SNES and shit, that shit was durable. Today, this stuff is garbage. The Joy-Cons have fucking stick drift. The console bricks. The console's Ethernet goes out. This goes out. What the fuck is wrong with Nintendo? Why are they cutting corners and being such cheapskates? Yet, They want to charge you a lot of money for this stuff. This stuff is not cheap. So yeah, I am upset. I should be able to play games with Ethernet internet, and I can't on my Switch. Thankfully, it's the Switch. It would really suck if it was like the PlayStation that fucked up. But the Switch, it pisses me off. Jay Kuma says the camera for Switch 2 is already on discount for like $20. Yeah, because who wants that? Who wants a really awful quality webcam, right? And if the internet isn't good on it, which it isn't, then how are you going to be able to broadcast the webcam? I mean, you're absolutely right. It's because they know people will run out and either buy another Switch or they'll buy the next model of Switch. They're going to keep spending money, so they don't actually care about the quality of the product they give you. And that's sad. They should care about the quality of the product they give you, but they don't. Okay, so here's the good news. Yesterday was a great streaming day, okay? Everything went well. We had a great stream of Mario. We had a fun DSP tries it, and on the late stream, we tried out some horror indies, various levels of enjoyment. But it was pretty good. It was a pretty good stream. We're going to do the same thing tomorrow night for the record. We're going to do another one tomorrow night. But we hit 2 goals yesterday, all right? So we're at 2 out of 10. For those who don't remember, the next episode of DSP Tries It is going to be me taste testing the brand new menu that Taco Bell just launched today. In fact, I'm curious if it's up and running on delivery apps or not. Let's find out. Yes, it's on there. The Frank's Red Hot Diablo Crispy Chicken Burrito. They also have a Flamin' Hot Grilled Cheese Burrito. And there's the new Frank's Red Hot Diablo Chicken Nacho Fries. It's all there, okay? So basically, there's 3 new items I'd like to try. On the menu, there's a Flamin' Hot Grilled Cheese Burrito, a Diablo Crispy Chicken Burrito, and the Diablo chicken nacho fries. By the way, you guys were talking about that dessert. Let's see if that's on here. I don't think it is, but let me look. See here. Come on. Nope, they don't have it. Some people were saying that they have some kind of a new dessert that's like a Choco Taco. It's not they don't have it. So, anyway, yeah, so this is a new menu. It's Frank's Red Hot menu, but also they have a new Flaming Hot Grilled Cheese Burrito as well. So there's basically 3 new items on the menu they just added today that we can try. So that's the next DSP Tries It. 3 new menu items from Taco Bell. Are they any good? All right. So we're already at 2 out of 10. Let's keep that momentum flowing. Let's hit a goal for the premiere of Pokemon today. Let's get to 150 of support. And that means let's get stuff going. We got some super chats already. We got a few tips. How about some support on Kick? We have nothing. 0, not a zilch on Kick. Can we get our first sub of the day? Can we get our first kicks of the day? Can we get some support? Let's go. Not moral support, real support. That'd be great. Can we get some members on YouTube? Get some momentum there. We have no memberships yet this morning, right? Let's go. We're not playing Ballad of Gay Tony because we couldn't get Ballad of Gay Tony to work with the mods and stuff that we were running on PC. Maybe one day they will, or maybe one day we'll figure it out, but we're not doing it now. We're in the midst of the busiest gaming season of the year, and nobody cares. Use the left stick to select your app. Oh. Well, how am I going to choose? They all look exactly like me. I mean, these are all the spitting image of me. How could I possibly make a selection? I mean, they do realize, Nintendo does realize, I guess Game Freak does realize that, like, the Pokemon audience at this point is probably aging. Like, the fans of Pokemon have been around since the 90s when it was prominent, when it started. We're not like 12-year-old kids. Yet the avatars in every single Pokemon game is a bunch of 12-year-old children. I mean, there are adults in the games that train Pokemon. Why can't you be an adult? Why are you always like a prepubescent, weirdly emancipated child that just does whatever they want? It always confused me. Wow, looks just like me. Thank goodness. They don't even have hairstyles. They literally don't even have hairstyles in a Pokemon game in 2025. You're stuck with the basic hairstyle. There's nothing you can do about it. Huh. Okay.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.